Hi and welcome back. In the last video we began creating this HTML page right here by creating the code that you see here. And we got a good start at setting up our web page. There was one thing though that I forgot to do before we need to do that before we move on, start talking about CSS. And that's actually make these items here into links, either Facebook links, YouTube link, or these navigation links that are right here. Now, everything we've done up to this point has been done in code view. Dreamweaver has this design view here. Now, for most things, you want to stay away from this design view. It just creates really awkward code and is really messy when you want to do anything special. So, generally speaking, all of your work is going to be done in this code view, and you can think of design view just as a way of looking and seeing the way things are appearing. This is going to become even more of a factor when we tie in live view, when we begin to work with the CSS. The one thing or two things that design view can actually do very well. One is adding content and editing content on a page. Let's say you wanted to change something about this paragraph here. It wouldn't make any sense to go in here and try and find the location in this code just because you wanted to change a spelling or add a phrase or something like that. So editing content, Design View works really well for. The other thing that Design View does really well is it makes it very easy to create links. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is you're going to see this properties panel down here at the bottom. Right now it's just a tab. And again, I'm looking in the lower left-hand corner. If you double click on that, the panel should expand and you should now see this. And again, you double click on that just to expand and contract it. And this is going to allow you to format whatever it is you select up here. So we want to add some links in here. Right now, when I look at the code view here, and I look at my social media icons, you can see they're just list items with the image inside of them. And when I look at my top navigation, these are just plain list items. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is click on this Facebook icon here, and all the properties for this Facebook icon are going to appear down here in this panel. The panel here is called Link. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and type the link into this page. Well, in this case, whenever anybody clicks on that Facebook icon, I want it to go to Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and type in http://www.facebook.com and press enter, and that makes it into a link. Whenever you're in Design View here and you don't have any CSS turned on, anything that's going to have a link is going to have a blue underline or a blue outline around it. So you can see that's where that came from there. I'm going to click on the RSS icon, and I'm just going to go ahead and type in a # for there. And later on we're going to go ahead and talk about RSS feeds. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and put a # in. And that's a placeholder for a link. The Twitter icon, we're going to go ahead and do, again, http://www.twitter.com. Big mistake that people make at this point is sometimes they forget to put in the HTTP. And then YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and type this in. And again, if you were actually doing this, you would be creating links to your own Facebook page, your own Twitter account, your own YouTube channel. But that's all that it takes to put links onto these images. Now, these are external images, so we had to type in the full HTTP address. Down here, when we have this top navigation menu, these aren't going to external sites. They're going to pages within your site. Now, when you're doing that, all you have to do is highlight the word you want to become the link or click on the image that you want to become the link. and just type the page name in right here. For example, our home page is going to be called index.html. And I'll do that and hit enter, and you can see that link has been created. Now, if the files that you're linking to are in a different place, in a different folder, you may want to go ahead and use this open dialog box to navigate to the exact place you're trying to link to. Because you not only need the file name here, you also need the path if the file is stored somewhere in a folder other than where this file is. So I'm going to go ahead, and we'll talk more about linking a little bit later on. This is going to be about.html, and again, this is always in lowercase. This is going to be products.html. Highlight services, and that's going to link to a page called services.html. And notice that none of these pages have been created yet. I just have figured out what I want to call my pages, and that's what I'm typing in here. You may want to write these down because when you actually do create the pages, you do need to save the contact page as contact.html, the services page as services.html, so on and so forth. Now, let's go ahead now and save this, and let's look what happened in code view. You're going to see here, we'll look at our top nav first. We still have our list item, and we still have our text, but our text has now been contained inside of an A tag. And remember, A tags form links. They do other things, but mostly at this point, they're just going to form links for us. And you can see it's automatically put the href attribute in there. Now, you could have typed this all in. You could have come along and done the li, and then I usually close it as soon as I open it. And then you could have done an A tag here, href equals, quote, and then the name of the page, .html, close your quote, close your A bracket, and then typed sample or whatever you wanted the name of the item to be, and then closed your A tag. So it is possible to type all this in. It's just a lot quicker to use design view. So that's the reason why we did that in this case. And you'll see there's my sample link that I just placed in there. I'm going to highlight that and delete it. And you can see this exact same thing has been done up here for our Facebook icons and our other icons. We can see there's the list item and there's the anchor tag. But instead of having a word here, you have an image. So whereas we have home here that's embedded inside the opening and closing A tags, you have an image right here. And if I scroll over a little bit more, you will see, or you may see, you know what? It didn't actually do that for us. It actually did not close these list items. That is a problem, and another reason why you need to go ahead and look in here. So I can go ahead and come here and do a /li, and I need to close each one of these tags. And again, that's the reason why you never really want to trust Dreamweaver's design view too terribly much. So there I've closed my li tags. But when I did it down here, you'll see it did close the li tag for me. So whenever you do anything inside of design view, make sure that you go into code view and make sure that Dreamweaver has set the code up correctly for you, and that all the opening tags have corresponding closing tags. And so I can go ahead and save this document. Those were the only links that I was using right now. So we are good to go. And again, in the next video, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and give an overview of CSS and see how it can be used to affect an HTML page. So I'll see you in the next video.